Hey, hey, Frat. That's why I love you, man.
Okay, man. It is what it is.
You're gonna keep it. You're gonna keep it 100
For
with
sure.
the boy.
For sure.
This is why I love you,
Absolutely, man. Listen, man, ain't none of us mistake free around here. So hey,
Yeah.
it was what it was.
But I don't know why. Why did I think it was the first? But does it really matter? Does it really matter? Does it matter? All right, man. So man, things are crazy in the news, guys, man. I'm looking at the news, man. I'm like bananas in the news, man.
Mhm.
And one of the things that I want to bring up in this segment is that, man, when you got millions of dollars, man, you got to move different. When you got bread, man, when you got money, you got to move different. You can't be moving the same way you used to move. At least in my opinion, at least you would want to move different.
Okay.
All right, man. Check out this, man. It's Kodak Black right here. Let's bring this up. Let's talk about this right quick.
Thank you so much.
Can we talk to you about the judge's ruling today?
No, thank you so much, sir.
No comment from South Florida rapper Kodak Black as he walked out of a Broward County courtroom with his attorney Bradford Cohen by his side.
I just feel like there's so much great, there's so much things we can do like together, like there's so much things we can do together than prison, jail.
Kodak, whose real name is Bill Capri, faced a judge Tuesday in an orange suit after turning himself in following an arrest warrant issued for violation of his pretrial release. Authorities said he tested positive for fentanyl during a random drug test earlier this month.
What is this unjust and not right about this situation?
Black, addressing the judge after the pretrial release technician testified he may have mixed up the samples between Black and another patient.
There's no way you tested positive. We can resolve that by way of a hair sample,
I
and that'll clear you.
Judge Barbara Duffy then asking for a hair sample today to clear up the alleged mix-up, which Black refused, rather choosing to check into the Legacy Rehabilitation Facility for 30 days as part of his pretrial release.
You better get it together.
Black was initially arrested in July after state troopers pulled him over and found 31 oxycodone pills and nearly $75,000 in cash, in addition to Black driving with an expired license and tag.
Can we talk to you about the judge's?
Come on, Kodak Black. Come on, Kodak Black. And I like Kodak Black, man. Kodak Black, I like him. I think he's doing, like he's a young black guy doing, making music, getting rich. But you can't do this kind of stuff,
Yeah, and then, one of the biggest questions I think, we all would ask is, why, is he, could he be possibly, going through some things? Is it something that's triggering that behavior, or is it just, it is what it is?
Yeah, exactly, man. And that's the whole thing, man. He could be going through something.
Mhm.
He could be.
Mhm.
Well, apparently so.
Mhm.
You got caught with 30-some oxycodone.
Mhm.
Oxycodone. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
And then you're taking fentanyl, which is dangerous.
Mhm.
That's a dangerous drug on the street right now. Fentanyl. You got people overdosing left and right on that drug.
Mhm.
So you kind of playing with fire, man. Like, come on, Kodak, get it together, brother.
Yeah, and then one of the biggest things as well too. I guess the repeated behavior.
Yeah.
That's what's really kind of got quite a few things in question. Like why does the same mistakes keep happening
Definitely.
over and over and over again? So I do commend him. Whether it's to kind of like help I guess lessen the sentence or appease people or whatever the case may be, or if he's really trying to get help as far as him going to rehab or whatever the case may be. But hey, I'll tell you what, that joker went quick, didn't
he? Yeah.
Do you think people that live that lifestyle, like was born into that and carried that lifestyle all the way up to an adult, you think money is gonna get them out of that lifestyle?
I don't.
That's a good question. That's a great question.
Because I think the money is just, it's just that.
But it's just there.
Once you have that mentality, you're gonna keep doing those same things.
Yeah.
It's just on a
Great
different
question.
level.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Money makes you more of what you really are.
I think it just enhances who you are.
Right.
Because if you're a fool, you're gonna be a fool with money.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony, you said something right there for real, my brother.
Speak, Anthony, right now. Yeah.
And then at the same time too, if you there you go. Yeah. If you don't have the right team around you, not what we would consider as a group of yes men, but you know, somebody that kind of like, you know, but it would have to be somebody that he would respect and trust. It would still be up to him to receive that type of guidance from the right person that's trying to instill it within him. But just like you say, if he ain't never had it, you know, coming up, and it's just based off of how he didn't got it from the mud to where he is now, he ain't listening.
Speaking of that,
Okay.
like you say, he should have had that guy. A lot of the things that I'm doing business wise,
Okay,
I wish I had that guy
I got you, brother.
as a
Yeah.
resource and as somebody who could pretty much guide me in the right direction as far as what I'm trying to do. Because in this business, I hit a lot of brick walls. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And it's like you don't really learn until you mess up or
Yeah.
until you hit a brick wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I find myself constantly having to take 2 steps back,
Okay.
to take 1 step forward,
Yeah.
hoping I can get 3 steps forward to get right back on track.
Yeah.
So we all need that resource, man. You know, Google is not a resource.
Nah,
It is, but it isn't.
Right.
You know,
right. I give you that.
sometimes you need that physical being, that physical person to really say, okay, this is what we're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of us don't have that.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and he's probably one of them people, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, moving forward, man, I hope that he get the treatment that he needs, or the treatment that they offering him, or better yet, I just hope that he comply with all the requests, the conditional release request of the judge, so he can put this behind him. And then you make a lot of valid points, man. You really do, man. But at this point right now, you need to comply with the orders, get this behind him, and start maybe seeking, maybe I hope other things that may come up that can really help guide him. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
In a more positive direction.
Mhm.
Because if you got money, man, so don't blow it all. And I think that's all I'm saying in a nutshell. So, hey, have y'all heard about this Chick-fil-A thing? It's interesting, though.
Mhm.
A girl with a Chick-fil-A. Have you heard about this? Okay,
haven't.
let me tell you. Yeah, I'm going to play the clip in a second. I'm going to play this clip for everybody. So this girl went to Chick-fil-A in South Carolina. She ordered her food, and her name started with the N or something like that. I can't pronounce the name right now. But on the ticket, they wrote the N word as referring to her. And she was tipped off by one of the employees that worked for Chick-fil-A that gave her the food. Say, look, you need to see what they called you on your ticket.
Right.
So, matter of fact, right now the family is an outcry, and Chick-fil-A said it's outcry for them to fire the young guy that wrote that on her ticket. But Chick-fil-A only responded by saying they're gonna retrain this individual. Guys, listen to the clip. I'm bringing the clip up right now. Here's the clip.
A Charlotte woman is taking legal action against Chick-fil-A after an employee put a racial slur on her daughter's receipt.
The fast food chain is saying it's a misspelling of the customer's name. Hunter Sayans from our sister station WSOC has the story.
I was really, really upset and sad.
April Jackson is appalled, to say the least, because of this. Instead of her daughter's name on her Chick-fil-A receipt, a word similar to a racial slur was printed out.
She told him her name was Naija, and she put on her ticket.
Naija Jackson says last Monday she pulled through the drive-thru to get her food at the Chick-fil-A off Mount Holly Huntersville Road and the Brookshire when the person who handed it to her warned her.
He was like, you might want to look what they put your name as. I was just in shock. I literally parked right there. I couldn't eat the food. I was just in shock.
We asked Chick-fil-A about it, and they sent us this statement, saying in part that the restaurant has investigated and that, quote, the operator has started additional training at his restaurant to ensure this doesn't happen again. We sincerely apologize for the harm caused by this incident. But for this family, that training isn't enough.
You shouldn't have to be trained not to call someone a. I'm just being as honest as I can be.
Absolutely.
I want the employee to be fired.
In Mountain Island, Hunter Signs, Channel 9, Eyewitness News.
I mean, can you argue with the mother? You can't argue with that, in my opinion. And I'm not even going to call on you because you're a business owner, a restaurant owner. I'm going to let that one slide right now. But, man, imagine, I mean, even if it was a mistake, that's a huge mistake. But it's not a mistake. I don't think that's a mistake. You know, a mistake is like, oh, I see this. I'm looking at this on the ticket. But oh man, whoever. Let me throw this in the garbage.
So they were trying to write her name.
Yeah, apparently that's what he said. That was the excuse they giving it.
So they wrote the N word.
Yeah,
they were supposed to write her name.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I guess in so many words, he was saying that he didn't understand the pronunciation of her name.
Yeah,
and they just wrote.
So how was her name supposed to be spelled?
Her name was Niaja.
Niaja.
Right. So Niaja in the N word. How that's yeah.
Man,
I don't know about that.
Look, that was intentionally done, and it is what it is. How we gonna deal with it? How y'all gonna move past it? If I was the owner of that Chick-fil-A, I would just even say worst case scenario, you didn't try to do it, but you'll be collateral damage. I'm sorry, because you ain't messing up my money and my brand.
Would you have ate the food?
Huh? Oh no. No.
I'd be terrified.
No.
And you heard the young lady say she was like, "Hey man, she couldn't even eat it."
Yeah, I wouldn't eat that.
Yeah. So that was bad, man. But we're talking about South Carolina. South Carolina folks, man, if you're listening, call the show, man. Call us up. We want to hear from you. We definitely want to hear from you. But no, that was not an accident. Yeah, I'm like the mom. You don't have to train someone not to call you the N word.
Right.
Yeah. Are we too sensitive in this day of society? No, we're not. Not when things are overtly in your face.
Oh yeah, and then that's just another way that they. What I mean by they is the people that controls the narrative.
That's right.
How they empower people to think that they can get away with stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I feel like which we don't know if the proprietor there is white or black, but let's say if that was a black person that made a racial
slur statement.
Yeah, on wrote somebody's name down using a racial slur, and it was a white person. I do believe that the black person would have been fired on the spot.
Yeah, and it could be.
Yeah.
And we have seen so many times where things were lopsided in such a way where, but to everyone, man, we're not race baiting. I just want y'all to know we're not race baiting. We are just only talking about societal issues that go on, man. And my white friends and people that support Real Talk with Mike Steele, this show, you guys can call up, and if you want to add a little statement, be fine. Black folks, you welcome to. So, but this is what y'all get. Damn. Come on, man.
For sure.
All right, man. This is Real Talk with Mike Steele, man. We're in the building, man. We're in the building. We got our guy, Anthony Clemons.
So yeah, Mr. AC himself.
Right. AC. I like that. He's smooth.
Yeah. So once we get back, Anthony's he's going to have the floor. So all of his listeners and all of his viewers, hey, listen, we'll see you all in about 4 minutes, and the man of the hour will be at the forefront.
All right, this is Real Talk.
We got some real temperature.